How some grandmothers don't give age-appropriate gifts. So this woman, Kim, her mother, gave really inappropriate gifts. Breakable, super fragile thing. So one Christmas, Kim's daughter gets a little tiny turtle. Beautiful, blown glass, green, the feet were kind of purple. She gives it to her daughter who's so young. And Kim's like, no, Mom. Grandmother's like, go ahead, let her put it on the tree. And she's like, she will break it. She will absolutely break it. And her mother's like, just let it break. We can put it back together. And girl hangs it on a branch low. Kim's freaking out. It's gonna break. And eventually, later on in the day, it did. And Kim's angry at her mother. Why would you give a gift this precious to a child? It's broken, it doesn't matter. So the next year, Nanny did not learn her lesson, and she brings over larger porcelain ornaments every Christmas now. Big, beautiful, precious ornaments. And every year, Kim knows it's coming. Eventually, what she does is she creates a different tree, a tree that nobody can touch, that you look at. It's a very special tree, but everyone's afraid of it, so nobody really does look at it. But it's Nanny's tree of all these big, precious ornaments. So then the first Christmas that Nanny's no longer with them, Kim's putting this tree together, separate from the family tree in the other room. Her private moment with the tree, delicately placing everything on there. Her daughter calls to her, who's now pretty much an adult, and Kim turns and knocks an ornament off the tree, a house. And she's irate, storms in the other room. Her daughter can tell something's wrong. She grabs dustpan, she goes in to pick up all the pieces. And inside of it is a little ribbon with a note written in her mother's handwriting. Kim, this was from your first ballet recital. You wore pink tights with purple hearts, and you'd never looked happier. Love, Mom. It dawns on her every year that her mother kept saying, it's gonna break, you'll see, they're gonna break. This entire time, these ornaments were some kind of lesson. Her mother was very cheeky. Kim reaches up and she takes another ornament, a globe, drops it. The porcelain breaks everywhere. Inside of it, another moment from her childhood and a memory. Kim starts grabbing all the ornaments off the trees and smashing them, crying, laughing. Her daughter comes in. Mom, thinking she's gone completely insane. Kim said this was all junk. It's what's inside that matters, and she smashes another, and in a wad of tissue, a little turtle that had been glued back together maybe 15 years ago with a note that said, Kim, it's gonna break. And how beautiful it can be when we put it back together. So that Christmas, her and her daughter, with glue and tape and whatever they had, did their best to put them back together. It looked a mess, but they hung them all on the family tree. Beautiful mosaic ornaments that meant something, even if they were junk.